$1,000 a piece. So I looked at the budget, I looked at the plans, and I went to the guy at Department of Defense, DOD, and I said, we've got a problem. And he said, what's that? He said, well, this is the Pentagon. It's the most important defense building in the world, yes? Don't you think that these windows ought to be historically accurate? And he said, how much is that going to cost? And she said, 10% more. That's almost $1 million. Where are we going to get that money? And she said, I looked at the plans and the budget, and I found it here. He said, oh, okay, great, let's do it. She said, I started giggling. And he said, what are you so happy about? Historically accurate windows? She said, no, we're making changes. I said, yes. Well, this is the Pentagon. It's the most important defense building in the world. Yes? Don't you think the windows should be bomb-proof? How much is that going to cost? 10 times more? We're now looking at $80 million. Overrun. She said, he laughed and sent me out of the room. I came back 2 or 3 more times, and finally I said, look, in 30 or 40 years, you're going to be in a home. And there's a good chance I'll be in a home. And when we are, something's going to happen. When it happens, nobody's coming after you, nobody's coming after me, but you'll know and I'll know. Did we do everything we could? He said, what do you want to do? She said, I think we need to go to the Senate subcommittee. So they went and they got the money. 5 years later, she's now in charge of the ongoing renovation of the Pentagon when the plane hits. And she said, we're all racing down the GW Parkway when a Jeep with a megaphone calls me back to the site, because I'm really the only one, she said, who knows where the old walls and the new walls and the old doors and the new doors are. So I spend almost 3 days there directing traffic from outside, from a command center outside the crash site. But we're not allowed in because there's top secret intelligence everywhere. Finally, 2 weeks later, we're allowed to take a walkthrough. And I go through with leaders from each of the branches of the armed forces. And as we're going through the part that's still standing, we see on one of the walls in big red letters, thanks for the windows, we all got out alive. Then she looked at the IRS and she said, I want you to know this isn't me. This is us. If you hire us, we will fight for your safety, your security, your comfort, your health, your happiness. We will fight for what you don't know you want, what you don't know you need. Then she backed up her emotional story with data. Now's the time to deliver the facts. She backs up her emotional story with data. She held up a picture of the writing on the walls. Pretty good, right?